Hey there, I'm Erica with Kenect Nashville, and I'm here to walk you through the application process. So first of all, you want to make sure that you are on our main website, which is kenectnashville.com. Once you're here, this is what you'll see. Now, this website does have everything from floor plans to pictures to information about memberships, so make sure to check that out if you are looking for more information. But if you're ready to apply, this button in the top right-hand corner is what you want to look for. It says apply now. So go ahead and click on that. Once you do that, it'll bring you to our Rent Cafe website, which is the program we're using for our leasing office. Now, if your current complex is using this program, it will recognize your email in the system if you've already got a login. But if not, go ahead and click register now. So you're just going to start typing in your information here. Make sure that this email is something that you use, that you can get into. If, for example, you needed to do a password reset for some reason, and make sure that your password is something that you'll remember. All right, so for a security question, just go ahead and answer that just in case it asks you in order to get back into your account for some reason. Go ahead and start filling in your personal information here. And if you have been working with an agent, go ahead and list them here. If for some reason you reach out with more questions about the leasing process, we can go ahead and grab them since they're familiar with your application process specifically. They'll know a lot more about the situation and can help a lot faster. So it's important that you list them there. Okay. And you'll click register here. That's going to bring you to the application page. All right, so the first thing it's going to ask you to do is select a unit. Just keep in mind that this can be changed all the way up until your lease is generated with us. So if you're not exactly sure which unit to choose, what I recommend doing is choosing the unit type. And if we need to change that later, no worries. It's really easy to do. So I'm just going to go with a 1-bedroom. And let's say that I want it unfurnished. All right, so it does list all of the units from least expensive to most expensive on here. And just so you're aware, the first 2 numbers of the apartment number is what floor it's located on. So if you are looking for something with a higher floor, look for the higher numbers. It tells you the square footage, the date available, all of that. So I'm going to choose 1126 here. All right, so we're going to continue with the application. And it's just going to take a second to load. All right. So as you can see, it has pre-filled some of the information that we've already gone over. But go ahead and fill this in. Everything with the red star will have to be completed in order to submit the application. So make sure that's complete. So we'll move down to address information. This is where you're currently living. If you are a student, make sure you're listing your permanent address, not your school address. If you are living at a temporary address, I would, again, say use a permanent address of somewhere that you can receive things. So I'm going to list the temporary leasing office address just for ease. Okay. And if you are in an apartment community, go ahead and list the name there. So let's say that I have lived there for 2 years and my rent is $1,700. Did you give a 30-day notice? Yes or no? So you'll need to fill that in. Next is the employment information. So let's say I am employed. I am a leasing coordinator. And let's say I have been doing this for 2 years as well. And monthly income, I'm just going to make up a number here. Let's just say $6,000 a month. Okay. If you have any additional income, go ahead and list it here. That can be anything from if you are, if you have an online sponsorship and you earn money that way, or if you have a business on the side and you earn an income that way, definitely list it here. Or for example, if your work has a base salary, you'd want to list that monthly income here. And if they offer, a commission or any bonuses, that kind of thing, you can list that down here. Now go ahead and list your employer. And supervisor's name. If you have the address of your work, go ahead and list that there. I can't spell today. All right. So the next portion is the screening information. This is very important because this has to do with the next step after the application. So go ahead and type your social security number. This is going to be used for not only your criminal background, but also your credit screening. Okay, so make sure you're typing this in. I'm just going to make up a number here. Have you ever been evicted? No. Have you ever been convicted of a felony or a misdemeanor? No. Driver's license, go ahead and type in the number there and what state that is issued in. Do you have any criminal charges pending, awaiting disposition, or looming in any way? All right. Now the next portion, you'll be clicking both of these things. So the terms and conditions needs to be looked over. So you'll just be looking at this. Again, this is non-binding. So feel free to look through this and then click that you have read it. The next one is just saying that you verify that the statements provided in this application are true and correct. So go ahead and click there. If you have any pets, please list them now, as well as vehicle information. Okay. All it's going to ask you for your vehicle or the make, model, year, color, and license plate number. If you don't have that information on you, no worries. We can fill that in later, or you can log back in once you have it. But if you do have it on you, go ahead and fill that in. Now for your contact information, go ahead and type who you'd like that to be. Right, and if you have their address, go ahead and fill that in as well. Now the next portion is going to be the occupancy guidelines and qualifying criteria, and you do need to go ahead and sign that. So again, this is non-binding, but it is required in order to submit the application. All right, so you'll look through this and you'll sign it. All right, so you just click down here and that will upload it to your application so we can see that you've completed it. All right, and see how it changes to completed there. The next portion here is your current proof of income. So you can directly upload that to this page. I don't have anything to upload at this time. So if you're like me, then you can log back in and upload it when you do have that information on you. But definitely you can't move on to the next step without doing this. The next step being your screening process after the application is submitted. So just keep this in mind. If you do skip it now, it will still need to be completed, okay? Then you're going to sign the application here. And it's just going to save everything. All right. So this next portion is additional applicants. So this is where you'll be adding either your co-applicant, which would be someone living in the unit with you, with the exception of the 3-bedroom. So if you are living with roommates in the 3-bedroom, you will not list your roommates in this portion. Okay, we'll be connecting you by your room number, not by your applications. But if you were living in a 1-bedroom with a spouse, for example, you would want to list them here. They will receive a link to their email asking them to fill out their own application, which will be linked to yours. You'll also want to add a guarantor here if you're using one. So if anyone is qualifying for you financially, you'll definitely need to list them here. So what that's going to look like, you'll list their first and last name and their relationship. So the relationship is where you'll list if they're a guarantor or a roommate, etc. This will open up a line where you can type in their email address as well, and they'll receive their own link. All right, but I'm going to remove that now as if I am applying on my own and qualifying on my own as well. So we'll go to continue here. And this will bring us to the submit application page. So go ahead and click on that and give it a minute to upload to our system. If you close out of this page too soon, it will not send it to us. Okay, it'll come through as an incomplete application. So definitely make sure it gives you the confirmation that it's completed. But after that, the only thing that this application is missing will be the proof of income. So if you don't have that on you right away, make sure that you log back in and upload that so we can get the screening completed, which would be the next step, okay? So we got confirmation that it was sent to the property manager for approval. So that means you're finished for now. So go ahead and gather that proof of income that you can upload. What that needs to look like is either your last 2 pay stubs or 2018 tax returns. If you've already filed for this year, it can be 2019. It needs to be the most recent. And you can upload that. If you're uncomfortable with any like account numbers being on those documents, feel free to black those out. What we need to see is the before tax income. Okay. If you have any questions during this process, feel free to reach out and give us a call or a text. The number is 615-649-8943. You can also reach us via email at info@kenectnashville.com. Okay. Thank you.